The Bremen Town Musicians. Once upon a time, in a faraway land, there was an old donkey who had worked hard all his life carrying heavy sacks for his master. But now the poor donkey was growing weak and tired. He overheard his master saying, "This donkey is no use to me any more." The donkey's heart sank. He knew he had to run away before he was sent away for good. So, the brave old donkey decided to set off to the town of Bremen to become, wait for it, a musician. That's right, he thought he could sing his little donkey heart out and make a living. Clip, clop, clip, clop. He trotted down the road, determined and excited. On his way, he met a dog lying on the side of the road, panting heavily. "What's wrong, friend?" asked the donkey. The dog sighed. "Oh, I'm too old to hunt, and my master doesn't want me anymore." "Well, why don't you come to Bremen with me?" said the donkey cheerfully. "We'll become musicians together. You can bark along to my braying." The dog's ears perked up and he wagged his tail. "That sounds wonderful!" And so, the donkey and the dog trotted down the road together. Not long after, they passed a cat sitting sadly by the roadside. "Why the long face, Whiskers?" asked the donkey. The cat meowed sorrowfully. "I'm too old to chase mice, and my mistress has kicked me out." "Join us," said the donkey. "We're going to Bremen to become musicians. Your meowing will fit right in." The cat's eyes sparkled. "Meow sick to my ears," she purred, and off they went, now a trio. A little while later, they heard a rooster crowing loudly from the top of a fence. "What's all the noise about, feathered friend?" asked the donkey. The rooster crowed, "Tomorrow I'm going to be cooked into soup. My family says I'm too old to be useful." "Not if you come with us," said the donkey. "We're going to Bremen to become musicians. You can sing your high notes with us." The rooster flapped his wings excitedly. "Cock-a-doodle! Yes!" And so the four new friends marched off to Bremen, singing and laughing together. Now, the journey to Bremen was long, so they decided to stop and rest in the forest for the night. As they were settling down, they saw a light shining in the distance. It was coming from a little cottage. The animals crept closer and peeked through the window. Inside, they saw a gang of robbers feasting at a table piled high with delicious food. The donkey whispered, "If only we could scare those robbers away and have that warm cottage for ourselves tonight." The animals huddled together to come up with a plan. The donkey stood on his hind legs and put his front hooves on the windowsill. The dog climbed onto the donkey's back. The cat scrambled onto the dog, and the rooster perched on top of them all. Then, on the count of 3, they all made the loudest, most outrageous noises they could. The donkey brayed, "Hee-haw!" The dog barked, "Woof woof!" The cat yowled, "Meow!" And the rooster crowed, "Cock-a-doodle-doo!" The robbers were terrified. They thought a monstrous creature had come to attack them, so they screamed and ran off into the woods, leaving all the food behind. The four friends couldn't believe it. They laughed and cheered as they enjoyed a fantastic feast and settled into the cozy cottage for the night. The robbers, still scared out of their wits, never dared to return. And as for the donkey, the dog, the cat, and the rooster, well, they never made it to Bremen, but they decided to stay in the cottage together, living happily ever after as the most unusual band of musicians the forest had ever seen. The 3 big lessons from the story. Now gather close, little ones. Do you know what we can learn from the Bremen Town Musicians? Let me tell you 3 big lessons in the most exciting way. 1. Never give up, even when things seem tough. Remember the donkey? His master thought he was too old, but did he sit around feeling sorry for himself? No way. He decided to chase a new dream. Hee-haw! That's what courage sounds like. When life gets tricky, don't give up. Find a new path, just like the donkey. 2. Teamwork makes anything possible. The donkey, the dog, the cat, and the rooster were all different, but when they worked together, they scared those robbers right out of the cottage. Each one brought their own special sound to the team. So, whenever you're with friends, remember, working together makes you stronger. 3. There's always a way to find happiness. Did the animals make it to Bremen? Nope. But did they still find a happy ending? You bet they did. Life won't always go as planned, and that's okay. Sometimes, the best adventures come when you make the most of what you have. Now, whenever you hear a cock-a-doodle-doo, a meow, a woof, or a hee-haw, remember the Bremen Town Musicians and their wonderful lessons. And don't forget, just like them, you're never too old, too small, or too different to make your dreams come true. Ta-da-da!